All right, what up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let me get to the spot. Oh, hey, do the right thing. Who remembers this movie? All right, this shirt is as old as that movie. Yes, it was. I got this when that movie came out. Yes, I did. Maybe a year later. No. I got it when it came out because you can't typically get this stuff a year later. You won't find it. But I believe I got it off of Spike Lee's website. All right, I'm excited. Let's get started. We've already done the weigh-in. I'm here at the office. I'm trying to produce these videos. But all right, we are in what I call the events of our lives series. Because I put it together, I thought I was going to maybe just put one big long video together, but I realized that I needed to chop it up in different sections and then attack it from that part. All right, the events of your lives series. It is themed around this. All the events of our lives heavily influence us, define us, they shape and they mold us, but the important thing to know is they do not control us. All right, and let's jump right in. This one is called Living in Emergency Survival Mode. All right, now take this in consideration. All right, if you are living in emergency survival mode for an extended period of time, it will make you sick. Because I had done some research as far as what happens when people get sick. It is a mindset that they are in over an extended period of time. This is basically, I think, what the term stress is. Being in kind of this stressful emergency survival mode for an extended period of time. Now, it depends on the person. An extended period of time could be an hour. Other people, it could be years, which creates depression, and that's another video we'll talk about. But again, being in the emergency survival mode for an extended period of time, that will make you sick. All right? Now, let's think about that. Why are we in that mode, and what's the significance of it? It's control. Because if you're in a situation and you feel that you have control over it, you're not stressed. Like if I'm playing basketball and I know, man, I'm just missing my shots. Like the coach, we're just missing shots. We're missing shots. Yeah, but you're down by 15 points, 20 points. But we're just missing shots. We're getting good shots. We're under control. Hey, guys, keep doing what you're doing because our shots are going to fall. Keep playing the defense. The game is going to even itself out, and we'll get right back into the game. Does that make sense? Okay? You're behind, but you are in control because you feel very good about it. That's what keeps people in a survival mode when they feel that they have no control over the direction of their lives. That scares the crap out of them. That causes people to get in a depressed mode, and that causes people to commit suicide. I did a little research when I was in college as far as with suicide. And one of the things that I understood was the people who committed suicide saw themselves as disconnected. No attachment, no control. So when they made their decisions, they saw nobody attached to that. Very powerful understanding. It was also very sad as I looked into that. But I want you to focus on this part of this, okay? And this is based off of my experience as well, but I've seen it in a bunch of other people. And that is, whatever was passed on to us from our parents in the form of their DNA, then their interaction with us, our interaction with our siblings, our neighborhood, our socioeconomic status, our race, religion, our birth order, or our gender, understand this. You didn't eat it. Okay? It became a part of our part of us through our mind, mentally. Now, some of you are saying, what do you mean by we didn't eat it? Okay? Follow me on this. Okay? Say you sit down to eat a meal, a very healthy meal, greens, right portions of meat or whatever. I really don't eat that much meat anymore. But you have a very balanced, healthy meal. Then on the other hand, you have this very tasty but unhealthy meal. You know what your body says? Bring it on. Whether it's healthy or unhealthy, your body says bring it on because your body is such a tactician, greatest tactician in the universe. It'll take the unhealthy meal and the healthy meal, and what will it do? It will say, I am going to extract every ounce of nutrients out of either meal. Doesn't matter what you give me. And then whatever's left over, I'll discard. Now think about that. If you ate the exact right proportion of what your body needed, you honestly would never have to go to the bathroom. Because if you drank the right amount of liquid that your body needed to absorb, then there's no waste. If you ate the right amount of food, chewed it up and everything, it would not have anything to release. But when you put something in your body that is unhealthy, that your body has a difficult time extracting any nutrients, then you're going to have some big waste. All right? So this is what I said. You didn't eat it. So what your body does, it takes what it needs, discards the rest. And so many of us are running around here. My mom did this. My dad did this. And you know, excuse the voice. And I'm not discounting anything. There's people that are going to be listening to this that got raped, that just got disrespected. I mean, all sorts of things. Especially we got the Me Too movement. We got the Kavanaugh thing. We got the Bill Cosby thing going on. So we've got people that have been violated in their lives. And so what happens is we adopt that situation mentally. And then on top of it, we also have an attachment. We have a emotional and physical attachment to that, which is what I call an elevated emotional experience, which creates an elevated emotional response. That memory becomes etched in there, and every time we think of it, we look at that person as taking something from us. And I'm gonna use myself as an example. For years, I believe my dad took something from me. I believe he did not spend as much time with me as I believe he should have. And it was maddening, because if you watched any of my other videos, you know that I was a highly recruited baseball player. Ended up playing professional baseball, ended up being one of the top prospects on the cusp of making it to the major leagues. And I did that for a decade. My dad only came to one game. In my 20 years of playing organized sports from the age of 10 to 30, my father only came to 4 or 5 different things. That was maddening. It wasn't like that his son was a scrub. I was one of the top players at every level that I played. And not just one of the top players, I was typically the best player on every team. And if I wasn't the best player, I was perceived as having the most talent on that team. And my father only came out to see 5. So that really just messed with my brain. So for a long time, I pointed the finger. I blamed him. And I'm saying this to anybody who's watching this video. Stop that right now. Okay? Because this is what I did. Because it's real easy for me to say, stop it. And then you'll say, well, then how? Okay? This is what I did. I made a very deliberate, intentional effort, and I wrote it down. And I said, I forgive all who I perceive have wronged me, but I will not ask for an apology. That would be admitting that they took something from me, which they did not. Now, this is what I'm sharing with you. Okay? Look at what you believe he or she gave you. Go back and look at every messed up relationship, whether it be with your mom, your dad, a sibling, an uncle, or whatever. Look at that and say, what did that person give me as opposed to what they took away? Because they gave you an experience. And if you are alive and kicking and you're watching this video right now, they gave you the strength to actually seek out something better. Okay? It took me a while to come around to that, but this is what I understand. My dad gave me perseverance. He gave me a strong work ethic. He gave me a no-quit attitude, because I kept trying to be the best, You know why? Because I knew him. I said, well, he's not going to come watch a scrub. He wants to come watch somebody who's great. So it just drove me to be the best, which in a lot of cases I may not have been the best player, but boy, I went at it. I gave as much effort as anybody. And then all of a sudden, when my 6'3" frame filled out, now I was just actually physically better than everyone else. But I had a very, a 5 foot, 2-inch guy's mentality, because that was when I was in 7th grade. So I'm saying I had that very aggressive, want to be the best attitude of a 7th grader. Now I got this big 6'3", 195-pound frame that I'm able to just raise hell and cause havoc in whatever I was doing. You see what I'm saying? So now I understand fully. My dad took nothing from me. My dad gave me stuff. All right? So my challenge to you is go back and look at every situation that you believe went wrong and say, what did I learn from this? And what did that person or situation give me? And I think at that point, you'll be able to get yourself out of what I call that living in that emergency mode where you think you have no control. You'll start to have some control in your life and your situations. All right, this is Plan Your Greatness. And I'm going to say this again. Plan your greatness. Why? Because no one else will. I'll see y'all next time.